Hello, everyone. This is Miss A.G., Library Assistant at Ruby Young Elementary. Today I'm going to be reading to you, with permission from Harding House Publishing Incorporated, Superstars of Baseball, Adrian Beltre. And if you're like me, I was missing sports all spring. So this is going to be a great read today about a famous player who played for the Texas Rangers. And since this is Hispanic Heritage Month, we're also reading about a famous Latino. He's from the Dominican Republic. So let's enjoy this book together. Superstars of Baseball, Adrian Beltre. Chapter 1, Baseball, the Dominican Republic, and Adrian Beltre. Adrian Beltre has become one of the best players in baseball. He has a lot to be proud of. Beltre has played for amazing teams and with great players. He's won major awards. He's played in the All-Star game twice. He has even made it to the World Series. Overall, he has hit more than 300 home runs. He's made millions of dollars. Fans know Beltre for his big swing. They know him for his hard work. They know Beltre because of how great a player he is. Beltre had to work hard to become as successful as he is now. His path to the big leagues started when he was very young. His journey to playing in the majors began in his hometown of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Growing up on the island, Beltre was surrounded by a rich baseball culture. He soaked up the love of baseball from his homeland, and it helped to make him strong. Early life. Adrian Beltre was born on April 7, 1979, in Santo Domingo, the capital city of the Dominican Republic. Adrian loved baseball from an early age. Many people in Adrian's family shared their love of the sport with him. His uncle had even played in the minor leagues for the St. Louis Cardinals. Even when Adrian was young, his father said he would be a great baseball player. Growing up, Adrian played many different sports. He played tennis, basketball, and baseball. When Adrian was 12, he began to focus on baseball more than other sports. He watched Dominican players play in the major leagues on television. Adrian began working hard to make it into the major leagues one day. Chapter 2, Beltre in the minor leagues. Avila and Peguera knew that Beltre could be an amazing player. They knew he was young and would only get better as he got older. One thing that the two scouts say they didn't know at the time was how old Beltre really was. They didn't know they were working with someone so young. Starting in the Dominican Republic, the Dodgers scouts signed Beltre to a minor league contract in 1994. Beltre was just 15 years old at the time. He says he didn't know that players had to be 16 before signing contracts to play in the United States. Beltre was on his way to playing for the Dodgers. But first, the team would keep him in the Dominican Republic a bit longer. Beltre played and trained. He learned more and more about baseball. He became a better and better player. In 1995, the Dodgers kept Beltre training in the Dominican Republic. He played in the 1995 Dominican Summer League. He practiced at the Dodgers training camp. He was still very young, but the Dodgers knew Beltre would be a great player, and soon he'd get the chance to prove the team right. Moving to the minor leagues. In the 1996 season, Beltre got his chance to play in the United States. The Dodgers moved him to the American minor leagues. Many young players began in the rookie leagues. Instead, the Dodgers put Beltre on a Class A team in his first year in the minors. He played for 2 teams in 1996. At first, Beltre played for the Class A Savannah Sand Gnats. The Sand Gnats played in the South Atlantic League. Beltre played 68 games for the Sand Gnats. He scored 48 runs for the team. His batting average was .307 while playing for Savannah. Beltre hit 16 home runs and had 59 runs batted in. These were good stats for a new baseball player, especially one who was so young. Beltre worked hard to learn more from his coaches and other players. He wanted to be the best player he could be. In the middle of the 1996 season, the Dodgers moved Beltre to another team because he was playing well. He started playing for the San Bernardino Stampede. The Stampede played in the California League. Beltre kept playing well after moving to the new team. Although Beltre plays for the American League, he keeps his homeland in his heart. Chapter 3. Beltre plays for Los Angeles. Since signing for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Adrian Beltre spent time in the Dominican and American minor leagues. His goal was to move up to the majors. Luckily for him, that's also what the Dodgers were thinking. Beltre started the 1998 season playing with another minor league team. He was playing with the Class AA San Antonio Missions. The Missions play in the Texas League. Beltre played well in San Antonio too, just like he had with all of his other minor league teams. In June, Beltre was moved again. This time, though, he was moving to the major leagues. He'd be playing for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Playing for the Dodgers. Beltre played in his first major league game on June 24, 1998. At the time, he was the youngest player in the National League. In his first at-bat, Beltre brought 2 on-base players home. That was a good start to his career. The rest of the 1998 season was also a success. He had 22 RBIs and hit 7 home runs. He wasn't letting the glamour of the big leagues affect his playing. The 1999 season was Beltre's first full season with the Dodgers. He hit 15 home runs during the season. On defense, his fielding percentage was .932. He also helped make 24 double plays in 1999. Even though Beltre was doing well, the Dodgers weren't. The team ended the season with more losses than wins. After the season was over, the Dodgers learned that Beltre was only 15 when the team signed him. Some people who worked for the Dodgers were mad at Beltre. Some even thought he tricked the team into giving him a contract. Beltre's agent wanted him to leave the Dodgers because of the mix-up. Instead, Major League Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig said the Dodgers would have to pay a fine for signing Beltre before he was 16. The Dodgers also had to close their Dominican Republic training camp for 1 year. Beltre also got money from the team. He was also able to stay with the Dodgers. In 2000, the Dodgers did better than they had in 1999. Beltre did his part to help his team. The team finished the season with more wins than losses. They even finished second in their division. But that meant that the Dodgers missed the playoffs for another year. Beltre still hadn't made it to the postseason. The next year, Beltre ran into trouble. He needed to have surgery. His appendix burst while he was in the Dominican Republic. That can be very serious and requires immediate surgery. Beltre was sick for a long time. He couldn't play baseball for months. He couldn't join the Dodgers for spring training, and he couldn't play when the season started. Beltre finally came back to the field in May. He started slowly, but after a while, he was back to playing like himself again. The Dodgers did well in 2001, even with Beltre not in top shape. The team didn't make the playoffs, but they had won more games than they lost. And things looked like they were on the upswing as Beltre continued to recover. Big years for Beltre. In 2002, Beltre had a much better year than he had in 2001. He spent time after the 2001 season getting healthy again. By the start of the season, Beltre was feeling much better. Beltre hit 21 home runs in 2002. It was his personal record. On defense, Beltre had a fielding percentage of .952. The Dodgers played well as a team too. They finished the 2000 season with 92 wins and 70 losses, which was the best record they had in a while. But it wasn't enough for the Dodgers to make it to the playoffs. The team finished third in their division. Beltre kept improving his game following his health issues. 2003 ended up pretty much a repeat of the year before. Both Beltre himself and the Dodgers did well. But again, the Dodgers didn't make it to the playoffs. The 2004 season was one of the biggest of Beltre's career. Beltre finished the season with some of his best numbers. He started at third base with 154 games. He helped make 32 double plays. His fielding percentage was .978 at the end of the season. Chapter 4. Moving to the Mariners. Where would Beltre go next? Several teams were interested in him. In the end, the Seattle Mariners announced that they were signing him to a 5-year contract. The Mariners agreed to pay Beltre $65 million for 5 seasons. Beltre was about to start a new chapter in his baseball career. Playing in Seattle. Beltre hoped the move to Seattle would make him a better player. He wanted to make it to the playoffs and maybe even to the World Series. So far, he had been mostly out of luck. His first season out didn't look so good. Beltre took a little time to get used to his new team. His playing suffered a little bit and his stats dropped. Mariners fans had hoped that Beltre would play like he did in 2004. They had been excited about adding him to the team. They still played well, but he hadn't done as well as he wanted. The Mariners' general manager said that Beltre wasn't happy with his 2005 season. I think it's a season that personally he's disappointed in, he said. The Mariners didn't do very well either in 2005. The team won just 69 games. Beltre was a great player, but he couldn't save the Mariners' season in 2005. Over the next couple of years, things got a little better for Beltre. He played better than he did in 2005. He ended up even winning 2 Fielding Bible Awards and the Golden Glove for his work on defense. Meanwhile, Beltre still couldn't seem to make it to the playoffs. Beltre couldn't seem to get to the postseason. The Mariners finished last in the division again in 2006. The 2006 season was the third in a row that the Mariners ended the season in last place. The next year they did better, but still not good enough to win in the postseason. And in 2008 they finished last in the division again. The Silver Slugger Award. Each year the Silver Slugger Awards are given out. Coaches and managers get the vote. They pick players they think are best batters at each position. 2 players get picked for each position, 1 for each league. The prize is a plaque with a life-size silver bat attached. This award is a little like the gold medal, I'm assuming. Sorry about that, guys. Chapter 5. Adrian Beltre today. In early 2010, Beltre signed a new contract with the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox would pay Beltre $9 million for 1 year. Beltre had found a new home, even if it was only for a year. Staying strong. Beltre had a great season for the Red Sox in 2010. He played 154 games for the team. He made the Red Sox glad that they had signed him. Beltre hit 28 home runs in 2010. He scored 84 runs and had 102 RBIs. Red Sox player David Ortiz also had 102 RBIs in 2010, so Beltre was hitting with the best. Beltre's batting average was .321. The average was the 4th best in the American League. At third base, Beltre's fielding percentage was .957. Beltre's unlucky postseason streak continued. Boston didn't have the best season in 2010. The team played well, but didn't make it to the postseason. Instead, the Red Sox finished third in their division. After the 2010 season, Beltre left Boston. He was a free agent again. In January of 2011, Beltre signed with the Texas Rangers. The team agreed to pay Beltre $96 million for 6 seasons. Chances were good that Beltre had finally found a team to take him to the World Series. Beltre did his part and kept playing well. In the 2011 season, Beltre hit 32 home runs and had 105 RBIs. The Rangers did very well. The team finished the season with 96 wins and 66 losses and finished first in their division. The team was headed to the playoffs. The Rangers played the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League Division Series. Although they lost the first game of the series, they won the next 3 games. The Rangers beat the Rays in the ALDS and moved to the American League Championship Series. In the ALCS, the Rangers played the Detroit Tigers. The Rangers ended up winning that series too. The team would play against the St. Louis Cardinals in the World Series, and Beltre would play with them. The 2011 World Series was close all the way until the end. Fans held their breath. The series lasted until Game 7. In the end, the Cardinals beat the Rangers. The Rangers lost the series by just 1 game. Despite not winning the World Series, it was quite a year for Beltre. At the end of the 2011 season, he won another Gold Glove Award. He also won the Silver Slugger Award and another Fielding Bible Award. Winning all 3, none of them for the first time, was quite an honor. Beltre also got a chance to play in the All-Star Game in 2011. To top it all off, on September 11, 2011, Beltre hit his 300th home run. Here's more information. If you'd like to study Beltre or any other baseball player, you can find out more on these websites. So guys, enjoy this and happy reading.